Okay, are we live? Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Casual conversations with the homies. We're back. We're back. We're back. We got Guru Dennis in here. We got Tito in here. How you guys doing?
Great. How you doing?
Man, I'm good. I'm kind of tired. I'm not gonna lie, but other than that, I'm good. I'm living. I'm in the land of the living. I'm healthy, kind of, sorta. Nah, I guess I got some. I got some real. I got some good real health going on right now. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Tito, listen. I
Good.
guess we can start it off. Tito, how was your week?
Um, it was good. It was good. Pretty busy at work. Long days, but just grinding away. Do what I do best, and ready to talk some sports. I know that we had, a little bit of weird cadence going on right now, but excited to, get back to talking, hanging out with you guys, man. It's what I look forward to.
Right
Other than
on.
being with
Right
my
on.
family, I look forward to talking to both of
Let
y'all.
me.
Right
Guru, how's
on.
your week, man? I know you got. I know Sunday was rough for you.
Oh. It
That
was
was a
rough for
serious
me,
rough moment for everybody. I think America, kind of. But go ahead. We'll talk about that later.
No, you're right though. But no, my week has been great so far. I'm looking forward to this week. You know, so yeah, everything's good. How about
Man, I've been all
yourself?
right. Big work week. Meetings and just trying to, study up, learn up, and do better, and be,
Hardest working
man.
man in
I'm
show
out there. I'm
business.
out there putting in work, mad hours, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, p.m. to a.m., vice versa. But it's good, man. Good living, good life. The family is good. I'm glad to hear you guys are okay. Work is great. Yeah. So I'm just, I'm glad we can be back. I know we wasn't here Wednesday, but I was at, working once again late night Wednesday. Had to do some things and just actually got home a few minutes ago. But I had to get on here with the big dogs. My guys. Casual conversations. We need to be on every single week. I mean, every single day, but weekly is something we try to root for. But let's get into it. I got a few things I want to talk about. I want to talk. We obviously got to talk about the NBA Finals that just went by. LeBron is a lot of talk. I mean, LeBron won. You know, it was real. It was going around. People going to respect the bubble team. To me, the fact that the Lakers won, I'm okay with that. Like, if another team like the Bobcats, I'm like, what? Ain't no Bobcats. I'm just saying, if a random team would have came up and won it, yeah. But these guys were cut off from society. All the players was there, no arena, so they, at the end of the day, you got the max out of everybody because no crowd distraction. So if you won it, I can respect that. I think I was 90-10 on respecting Sass meh on it, but I'm okay with it. To me, the players are in there. They respected it, and they respect each other as being competitors. So if the competitors went in there and won, they won. What do you think? Go first.
No, I agree with you 100%. I mean, to be isolated in the bubble, again, have to concentrate on your job, which is to play basketball, your craft, and to, look, these were some good teams that were in this bubble. People say, oh, well, let's put an at risk next to it. I don't believe so. We saw the best basketball players in the world go at it. Next year will be interesting, but yeah, I mean, I agree with you.
Tito, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, let's start this show right. And finally, I think we all agree. All three of us, completely agree wholeheartedly with you guys. I don't agree with the 90-10. I will give 100% respect to this championship. Obviously a bubble, but to tell you the truth, like the basketball that we saw being played throughout the bubble was phenomenal
Yeah.
basketball. Like, was really, really fun. I really think it was just this environment that we're in, right? Like it was like a tournament style, kind of like March
Yeah.
Madness. I was listening to a podcast with Jared, is it Jared Dudley, who's on the Lakers or was on the Lakers?
Yep.
Elmer
Yep.
Fudd,
Elmer
no,
Fudd.
no. Or,
That's a good one. I never heard that, but that's a good one.
but I was in a podcast there where they were telling LeBron, this is your college experience, because obviously he didn't go to college, and it was like in the dorms and everything like that. But I really think as being in this bubble, we saw great basketball because everybody was locked in, everybody was focused, everybody was just like, hey, we're here to play, we're here to win, let's go. They have their message, the social messaging that was happening and going on, everything that's happening there. So I much respect. A little sad that it's over. At the same time, I'm sure they probably don't want to do it again. I mean, I think you saw after, if you stayed and watched some of the celebration, I think it was like Danny Green, that guy. We won't talk about Game 5, but I think after winning, Danny Green was like, we're free," or something like that. I'm sure it definitely was one of those where they they don't want to do this again. But we saw great basketball.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, I agree with you. I think we all can agree that it was nice. It's over now. Who is your early favorite for next year? Go, Guru.
I'd say my early favorites for the title will be, uh, well, the Lakers. I will give them as far as the front runner. They're the champions.
Tito.
I'm gonna say the Lakers as well. I'm gonna take a page out of Raymir here, and to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And I think if they come back, there's gonna be good players out there that are gonna be ring chasing. I think they actually get stronger. But I'm probably, hey Guru, you're in Vegas. I'm probably gonna hit you up, man. I might put some money on the Warriors if you guys see those odds. Don't count them out like the rest of the world is, but I'll definitely say the Lakers are the front runners. But it's gonna be interesting next year.
Yeah, I got the. I don't know. Let me. I don't. There's no good teams out there. I'm not gonna say the Clippers, the dismantled Clippers. The biggest. No, I'm not gonna say those. I don't know. They didn't work hard, so they got what they deserve. But the Golden State Warriors will be back in some capacity next year, and I'm not going to count them out. And the only reason I'm not going to mention the Rockets right now because they don't have no head coach, so who knows. But T. Lue coaches the Clippers now, right?
He does, yeah. Yeah, they signed him to a 5-year. I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts there? Because I feel like if you're going to make a change, with Doc Rivers, like, the voice got stale or something like that,
That's
I mean,
funny.
nothing has really came out as to what the actual issue is, but it's like you're really not changing anything. Right? Like Ty Lue, it was the lead assistant, and I know that he's his own, and Juan with the Cavs, and I was hearing some sort of report where he likes to challenge his players. The one good call that I think he's making is bringing Chauncey Billups in. I know for a fact that he was a very coveted individual on the GM spectrum. There was a lot of teams that actually wanted Chauncey to run their team, but I don't know how much really you're changing by putting Ty Lue in there. I mean, if anything, I'm gonna make a push for the Lakers to try and get Allen Iverson to some capacity to step all over him again.
We
But
see what you did there. I don't know. I think Ty Lue is a good coach. To me, it just comes down to the players. If he can get Kawhi Leonard and the rest of those players to really buy into a system and really play and practice as a regular team should, they can have a good team. Like not to Doc Rivers' fault. Maybe it's him and the GM, all the plan they put in together last year, but to sit those players and allow them to not allow them to build chemistry or work as hard as they should for the championship, thinking they was a shoe-in, was a mistake. Because in the playoffs, chemistry is what wins games, and they had none of it. So if Ty Lue can come in there and teach them, like, hey guys, we got to work together. Like this is how we got it done in like Chris Broussard says, in Cleveland. You know how they got it done in Cleveland, where they all came together as one team. And, you know, if they can do that, I think Ty Lue will be all right. Because Clippers is not like, they don't have bad players, or they're not a bad team, but they have bad mental game. Like, they thought process and approach to the game was disrespectful. And anything in life, if you don't work hard for it, or not even say work hard for it, work at all, and put they could have, they didn't play every single game, so they didn't do the least minimum that everybody normally does, and they expect to get like real big results. Take all that fresh legs you built up, Kawhi, and the beaches of Cancun and Miami. But go ahead, Guru. What do you think about Tyler?
I think he's a good fit because he's the players. You know, he was a gritty, hard-nosed player in the league. You know, he wasn't a star by any means, but he's won a title. And he knows how to handle superstars. So I think he can get the most out of the players that he wants to run his kind of system. He is a disciple of Doc Rivers, but he has his own style. And that's what he's going to bring to the Lakers.
Clippers,
sorry.
We got David in here, and he just threw a team in here. Hey, David, boss, I see you in here. I see you. But he said the Nets might be sneaky good next year. Are we forgetting about one of the...
Is Kyrie off of that team?
Ooh, Kyrie. Team obliterator, Kyrie.
I see you, David, though.
Ray
I see
Mirror
you.
said it now.
It's true.
Any team that has a healthy KD is definitely not even going to be sneaky. It's going to be a good team. I'm not going to take them away, take anything away from KD. A healthy KD, that team's going to be competitive. Kyrie's the wild card, but hey, I still think it's the West is the gauntlet. You're going to have to run through the West.
Yeah, if you get to the West at the last step, like the Clippers did, and catch some breaks, that's not right. A lot of people broke their. But if you can catch some teams not at their best, you can sneak and win one series against the Western Conference Finals, which would be the NBA Finals. But we'll see. I think KD and the Nets will be good. I'll be more interested to see how Kyrie Irving will act if something doesn't go his way. You know, the old self-govern himself player. Man, I'm gonna just say this right now. I don't like Kyrie. I don't like the things he says. I don't think
Tell us how you really feel.
Man, I don't think he's a good teammate, man. As far as any team or anything goes, it's the chemistry, and I don't know. He needs to play for the Clippers because that's what type of player he is to me.
Is there anything he can do to get back in your good graces?
Show that he can really be a team builder and a team, participant. Like, he's been on some great teams, and not say he just throw people under the bus, but you can't really care too much what people say in the media.
Yes.
But he does that, and it's like he just does it all the time. He just did it to his head coach, who just newly got hired, who's a good not say good head coach, but was a good respected ball player. And you say that, like, even if you feel like that's like people who have kids. Like, sometimes your kids might not be the best at something, but you're not gonna tell nobody. You're gonna hype it up when you get in front of the media, and you're gonna work on it behind the scenes to make it better. But Kyrie I don't know. I don't see what his game plan is on any team he goes to. Excuse me, let me wipe that off. Any team he goes to is just he took the Celtics literally was on the Eastern Conference Finals championship without him. He comes back, they suck. He's gone again, they make it again. So to me, that's the common denominator is Kyrie's not on the team.
True.
So LeBron wins the championship.
He's going to have to earn people too.
Kyrie hates his new teammates. Like, get out of here. But they gear like to Davis' credit, they were originally gearing up for 2021.
Well, he's going to have to prove a lot to show that your money where your mouth is. Now, you don't have LeBron. LeBron got his title without you. Now, you get your title with KD. And if you don't, then that's going to be a part of your legacy. You have to get a title. And I think the same thing goes with KD. He has to get a title without the Golden State Warriors. I know he helped get them over the hump. But to me, because the Warriors have already won titles without him, I think he needs to get one in Brooklyn. And I think Kyrie needs to get one in Brooklyn. And so we'll see how that plays out, David.
David literally said, he cannot believe us. Let me read this quote. He says, guys, I cannot believe you guys. I guess he's talking about me and Guru. He says, you really endorsing Ty Lue. What has he done? Manage LeBron James? There are teams that can run themselves like the Golden State. Shaking my head, guys. Hey, LeBron James didn't win with nobody in Cleveland. So until Ty Lue was the head coach. So I'm giving it to him. I'm giving it to him. They were down 3-1.
David,
Go ahead. But I hear you, David.
No, David, I mean, you kind of have a point, I guess you could say, because LeBron has had different coaches, and that, like, all he has to do is just sit in the seat, and, you're going to get credit for it. Yeah, I mean, to a degree, he has made coaches look good, but, I think this is a little bit different, but I do like that.
I like it. It's cool. It's accepted. Like he said, what is he doing? Coach LeBron, the best player in the NBA? Huh? That's what he did. He did it. To me, he did the little things that coach is supposed to do. When you're down and out, get you back up to really get you back to playing. And I'm not saying he's the best coach, but I'm saying the Clippers as a team and as most commonly known as an organization, they don't get up to play when it's time. If Ty Lue can get them into the same position and get them over the hump as far as like instilling the will to win the game by working hard, then that'd be an upgrade. And Ty Lue, from the video clips they shown, only based off of that, nothing else, he's a good motivator that can do that. So I'm waiting to see the season. I'm not saying the Clippers, they still have the same players. They still have the same B minus players, C plus players, and plus Kawhi, whatever that's worth now. No, I'm just joking. But okay, cool. We all got the Lakers repeating next year. I got Golden State coming back. The Rockets undisclosed right now. We'll see. Rockets might be dangerous though. They fired their GM and they fired their coach. And they were like, hey, we got to get back to playing normal basketball. They can be scary. But let's move on.
Hold on real quick. Steve Van Gundy is rumored to be the next coach of the Houston Rockets.
Stan Van?
Yes.
For real?
He hasn't coached in a while, but he is rumored to be the next head coach and GM of the Rockets.
He got Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic to the finals. That's a coach.
No, not him. Not him, his brother. I'm sorry.
The
one that coached the Knicks.
No, not Jeff. Jeff Van Gundy's not coming out of retire. No way.
Jeff Van Gundy.
Nah, it's not Jeff. Nah, they're going.
It's Jeff.
It's Stan. I think it has to be Stan.
Look it up right now.
Tito, can you look it up? I don't want to mess up the internet broadcast. It has to be Stan.
No, I believe it's Jeff Van Gundy because he said he hasn't coached in a while.
Oh, man. If it's Jeff, that's scary too. Jeff? Really?
Jeff is even a better coach.
Yeah.
He just didn't coach because he didn't want to. He's even a better coach. No offense to Stan, but I think he's even better.
Guru's right. So Jeff Van Gundy did interview with the Rockets. Stan Van Gundy interviewed one of the front runners for the Pelicans.
Oh, okay. I knew I seen Stan Van name somewhere, but Jeff, don't let me act a donkey right now if Jeff Van Gundy comes out the booth to coach the greatest player in the NBA right now. Don't let me do it. But let's hopefully casual conversations with the homies next week. We'll have some updates to where I can really act a fool or really be acting, monotone.
Hey, man, I actually like him as an announcer, man. I don't want to hear Mark Jackson, dude. Like, come on.
I like
Stay in the booth. Stay in the booth.
I like all three of them. I think they're all right. But all right. Move on to baseball real fast. The A's lost, and the team that they lost to is looking like they might be headed back to the World Series, and I'm really upset about that. The Houston Astros tied their series today, 7-4. So the series is tied 3-3 when they were losing 3-1. But the stadiums they play in,
3-0.
Oh, they were down 3-0.
They were down 3-0.
Wow.
Hey, that's 2020 for you, man. Like that literally is this year. Like no lie, like they're probably gonna win it. If they win it, you know the year saved them from the shame tour. Oh, definitely, man. Definitely.
Me
like,
too.
Man,
it is what it is.
That's crazy, but
I love Dusty though.
Yeah, Dusty Baker's
there
cool,
you
but
go,
man,
David, that's one thing we can agree on, man. David, I definitely wholeheartedly 100% agree with that comment. F the Astros.
Yeah, man, they cheated. They cheated all the teams. They cheated the Yankees when they played them. They cheated the Dodgers in this. Don't even talk about the Dodgers right now. Wait, no, the Dodgers are up. I think they're up right now.
Are they?
Yeah, but that's what David said that's what no home field advantages would do. Yeah, it would just, especially with the Astros, though. I don't know. Some of their stadiums have players in there. I will argue that it's cameras in there with some of those people that are fans. I'm pretty sure they're team officials. But yeah, and I think the Dodgers series is 3-1 right now, but I think the Dodgers might be up in the 8th or the 9th.
It's one of those. It's towards the end of the game. I think it's still seventh inning. I think I saw them up 7-2.
Yeah, I just want to see Tampa Bay in a World Series versus anybody. I do not want to see the Houston Asterisks or Trastros. No, I don't want to see it. They should.
Is Tampa Bay playing right now?
Yeah, no, they just lost. They just lost today
They lost earlier, but it's Tampa Bay versus Houston.
Yeah,
so this is game
7. Yeah, tomorrow, or is it tomorrow?
Yeah. Come on, Tampa Bay. Come on.
Yeah. There's no rest. There's no rest in baseball. They're just going.
There's no rest in baseball. All right. So we talked about basketball. We talked about baseball. Let's talk about the best ball of them all, football.
Yeah.
Weird segue.
I don't know. Pause.
COVID is a thing. I don't want to speak too much on it. The Patriots have another positive test today. I said lock them down for 2 weeks. But Tito said, what did you say, Tito? Go ahead.
I just said 2 weeks isn't going to do anything, man. Like, these guys are still going out. If you're not going to put them in a bubble, not having any games for 2 weeks isn't going to make that big of a difference, man. They're still traveling. They're still going through airports. They're still doing, they're going home. People that they live with go out in the real world, stuff like that. I don't think it's going to change anything if you were to just say, hey, no football for 2 weeks. If anything, you're just going to make some people very, very upset and angry that there is no sports. And, the owners, they're not making any money, like if they need to make more, but it is what it is. I just don't think it would change anything if they don't get into a bubble. But I don't know how they can make a bubble work with big-ass teams.
Yeah, you got
like
55-player rosters, plus the staff, plus the equipment coaches, plus all the other coaches. It's just too much. But I don't know. Before the season started, they had a stay-at-home order for training camp. And I think only a couple people tested positive for COVID during that time. So I'm not saying that staying at home doesn't work, but some of these guys are just out there living their life, catching it, doing different things. Like I said, Cam Newton and Gilmore were spotted out eating lunch somewhere or having dinner with each other at a restaurant. They were the first two that was exposed on the Patriots team. So I don't know. Some players and coaches can just hunker down. I don't. We do the best that we can, but some people are getting well. So maybe we just let them play with COVID and just say F it. We got to get the sports line because on Sunday let's do where we were right and where we were wrong. Okay, let's just start off right now, before we get into Dak Prescott, let's just start off with that one. And I'm going to go where I was wrong at. Before the season started, I clowned the Las Vegas Raiders for getting Nelson Aguilar. I said he couldn't catch HIV in a gangbang with Magic Johnson and Charlie Sheen. I said he couldn't catch a cold butt naked in the snow. I said he couldn't catch COVID in a room full of people that has it. But he's been catching all the balls Derek Carr has been throwing to him. He is one of the highest rated long ball players this whole season. So I was wrong on Nelson Aguilar. And I will admit, being a big Raider fan that I am, I was wrong. But where I was right was also with the Las Vegas Raiders. Now we have to like really break it down that the Raiders are a team to be messed with. Oh, hold on. Yeah, the Raiders did exactly what you said they were gonna do, Guru. We're gonna run the ball, and when I say, we getting our receiver back this weekend. Oh, Ruggs Jr. is not the Ruggs the third. It's like the most horriblest person ever, and all that. But we know that the Las Vegas Raiders is the best team in the AFC West. We made Patrick Mahomes, who's invincible, look like a clown. He didn't know what to do. Max Crosby came in a training camp 30 pounds overweight, and he had Patrick Mahomes out there looking crazy. Raider Nation, stand up. We got us one, and it's going to be – and they said they gave us no chance on this show, Casual Conversations with the Homies. The Raiders ain't going to get past the 6-game stretch, and there's no way they're getting past the Chiefs. They said that. Go watch the episode last week. They said all of that. Derek Carr, impressive. Guru text me. I don't know about Derek Carr. Derek Carr, 347 yards, 8 incompletions, 3 touchdowns to wide receivers. Ruggs, he's not the good. He's the 7th best receiver on the team. 113 yards, 2 catches. They were put to shame. Running back couldn't do nothing. They had to go get Le'Veon Bell off the block. We made that trade possible. I mean, we made that pickup possible. They thought Edwards-Helaire was invincible. We put that together. We did that. Raiders did that.
Hey,
we did that.
Hats off definitely to the Raiders. That was a great win, man. That definitely was a great win. I didn't think they were going to do it, but hey, I've been high on the Raiders since the start. We can rewind the tapes. We can go, draft. I loved all their free agent pickups. Who said it first? I'm not
Littleton
a Raiders
is still
fan,
suspect. He is trash. But the Raiders, we know that the Raiders. Hold on, Raina. Pick that up for me, Raina. Get that for me. I had this prepared on special order. We had to. We never. It's 90 degrees. It's 90 degrees. It's 90 degrees in my house right now. The Bay Area is scorching hot. But we know we have to do it today. We have to. Somebody forget it. It's early. Give me my Raiders ugly Christmas sweater now. Nah, we can hold on that.
Ray Meir wilding out, man.
Hey Tito, did you see this coming? I didn't.
I didn't. I mean, he was pretty quiet on Sunday,
Well, listen, can I say something? Because listen, I'll say this. Look, okay. First of all, Nelson Aguilar, I'll give you credit. He looked really good. I mean, so far this season. I mean, he's looked better than I've ever seen him. Maybe he worked hard this summer. As far as Derek Carr,
it's getting cold. Oh
God, Derek Carr looks good. Henry Ruggs the third. Okay, all right. He had his one game and he did look good. But look, let's not have a parade, okay? That's just one damn win, all right, against the Raiders. So we're gonna let you bask in it. We're gonna let you roll around in this victory like a pig in slop, while you just laugh at Tito's misery for our teams. But just remember, the Raiders have to win this week, and if they don't, well, I guess we'll be having another discussion next week. But
Yeah, I mean,
good job to the Raiders. Go ahead, Tito.
yeah, I mean, real good job to the Raiders. Jose had a comment in here, and I was texting him over the weekend as well, where I had said it's a division game. Everybody knows it's a division game. Records go out the window at every single division game.
Oh my!
You're gonna
Oh.
you're gonna play them hard every step of the way. I mean, you can be other than the Jets. Sorry, David. You can be winless and you're playing a division rival and you're gonna show up. Like that's just the nature of it. I mean, I'm a Washington fan. How many times have they? I mean, they're crappier than crap, but how many times have they shown up against Dallas, Guru? So it's like
Not
it
very
was
many
good to
times.
see. It was good to see. It was definitely good to see, man. So hats off, Raymir. Definitely hats off. It was a good win. I still think Carr needs to show up, man. He needs to be consistent, needs to keep doing this because you guys are a playoff team. It's just a matter of how far you guys can go to actually
Like
take
he has
it.
to
But
play right, right. You're
yeah,
right,
but
Tito. They have to play like that all the time. Derek Carr has to play like that all the time. That was one game he played like I'd never seen him play in a long time. Lights out.
well, see, he started off pretty shaky though. I mean, I'm sure you guys saw Ramir. I'm sure you
Mm-hmm.
saw him go to Gruden and say, "Do you trust me?" Like there was a time at the start of that game to say, "Hey, what the hell are you doing? You need to wake up. You need to go. It's go time." And that's really what it came down to. So,
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh.
oh man, watchers, you guys are in for a treat. You guys are in
We
for a
got.
treat. This is gold.
Y'all
Thank
thought I was
you,
Rey
Rainier.
Mysterio. Nope. Nope, it's me. It's me. We got to get the luchador. we,
That is
hey,
wonderful.
y'all think I'm acting a donkey now. We just had Rey Mysterio on the show, man. Hey, we're gonna keep this going, man. The Raiders. All right. Before we get into the audience questions, where was you guys right and where were you wrong about last week? Anything?
Um, I was wrong in my picks. I mean, picks. I've been having crap of luck of saying who's gonna win games and who isn't. Um, but yeah, where I felt like I was right is Derek Carr. I mean, yeah, I didn't pick the Raiders to win the game, but it was, it's gonna hang. Every win is gonna hang on him, and he's gonna have to show up, and he's gonna have to stay, come to play, not be scared. I mean, the game before we saw him just being scared, giving up the ball, fumbles, didn't feel like he wanted to be out there. And he had I felt like I was right, and he needs to be careful. He needs to show up. Would be on the line if he continues to play like crap. But we'll see how he reacts to this momentum because guess what? That's a huge win. You need to come out here. Like we said earlier, those 6 games. There's a gauntlet that they're going through right now. He needs to keep this up because guess what? That team is going. It's moving with or without him. So
All right, Guru. Where were you right and where was the Guru wrong?
Where I was wrong was with Buffalo quarterback Josh Allen. I just felt like his game wasn't going to mature as fast as it has. Um, they have a good record, and a lot of it is because of him, not in spite of him. So that's where I was wrong. His game has improved. His accuracy has improved. His QBRs went up. where I was
He lost on Tuesday though.
right. Yeah, yes, to a good team, but yeah, where I was right was I was right on the Dallas Cowboys winning against the New York Giants. I mean, I felt like Andy Dalton would step in and do a good job for him if uh, our quarterback went down. So that's why I was right. I always said that if anything happens to Dak Prescott, that if Andy Dalton stepped in, that they would revise the playbook a little bit and he would come through. Unfortunately, what happened last week happened, and he came in and he answered the bell.
Yeah, he did. The Red Rocket is back in Texas. He went to TCU. We talked about that. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys is, they played the Giants. So I'm not. We'll see. We'll see next week, Guru. Who you guys play next week? I guess
We play.
We'll get into it. Want to get into it when we have our picks, actually. But we'll see. Y'all played the Giants, man. So I'm not jumping over. They started running the ball, but same thing. Y'all were losing to the Giants real bad before Dak got that run off. Not like that run at best, but they started playing really good towards that end of the half. Shout out to Dak Prescott. He'll heal up. He'll get better. He's not an old guy. I didn't say he was Teddy Bridgewater-esque, Guru. I was saying he just has to go that route as far as building his core back up, get his strength, and then playing well. He kind of got hurt early in the season. Yeah, that happened to me. That actually how my quarterback career ended in high school. I snapped my ankle just like that.
Wow.
And it was over. Wow. It was over. So, Dak, I feel your pain, but he'll be all right. The Cowboys are the Cowboys, man. They have to prove me wrong that they're a good team. But right now, what are you guys, 2-3?
2-3.
Ha!
2-3.
I scoff at teams without winning records.
And in first place.
And in first place, you forgot to mention that.
But we'll see. Y'all gonna get back to. Y'all gonna get back. We're in first place in the AFC West.
Are you? Okay.
No, I think we're tied for first because we just beat KC.
You're in second place.
We just beat KC. You know who I want to talk about?
Who?
What's his name? Justin Herbert.
Okay. Let's send the LA Chargers.
Are you believing in them right now?
Listen, he's putting up numbers. I mean, statistically, we can't argue with what he's doing. And I know that the receivers quietly went to coach and said, look, man, he's putting that ball on us because, we all know wide receivers want to catch the football. But here's the thing. He's not winning football games. He's 0-4. And look, those are the facts. And we can say, well, if Tyrod Taylor's in there, yeah, the numbers might not be what it is, but it's better ball control and different things happen. When you get in shootouts, it doesn't always win. We saw that with the Cowboys, with Dak earlier in the season. We were in shootouts, but we weren't winning. So, I mean, I like his potential. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback. But, yeah, the future looks bright for him. But I feel like if he doesn't win next week, you got to go back to Tyrod Taylor.
And I disagree. Only is I think he's doing enough to win games. He's balling out.
He's not winning.
He's not losing the games though. He lost one game.
I'm trying to say.
He lost one game.
That is losing. Yeah. That is literally what I'm trying to say though. He's putting that team in position to win. That defense is not holding up their end of their end. Come on, man. You let Drew Brees, the way that he's been, firing without a Michael Thomas, go ahead and beat you like that. That definitely, for me, that falls on the defense. That doesn't fall on Justin Herbert. I mean, if anything, he's leaving too much time on the clock with all of these bombs that he's throwing. If there's a team that can benefit from a safety, a pressure, somebody that's out there, they need to go and go get Thomas, in my opinion. I know that they got Derwin James, who's a
IR.
stud, but he's hurt. He's hurt. He's not gonna play.
Days hurt.
Um, go get Thomas because it's that defense. That defense needs to hold up their end of the bargain, man, because he's putting them in a position to win. He's not like Ramir, like you said. I don't think he's losing games. It's a team effort, in my opinion,
But
because
here's
they're
the thing.
competitive.
Here's the thing. You just kind of answered the question as far as why they're not winning. When you said he is throwing a few too many bombs. There again, when you throw those bombs in there and not all of them are complete, you're you're giving up all that the rest of the field, right? Where you can have ball control, maybe screens out the backfield, off tackle run. More
Yeah,
control to wear out the defense. If you're going boom, so a lot of possessions
but
that
if
they
they're giving
had,
it to you,
he left a lot of time on the clock because when you're incomplete, the clock
So
stops.
Guru.
yeah, but if they're giving it to you, why not take it? How are you gonna say, hey, they're giving you a free touchdown? How are you not gonna take it? You're gonna say, oh, let me throw this bubble screen? Come on, man. Not everybody's a Dalton. Not everybody's a an Alex Smith. The masters of the bubble screens. Dude, if you're gonna take that shot, take it. Oh well, they're gonna
Hey,
score.
so Guru,
You
your
know?
point is Andy Dalton is scoring at the wrong times. I don't see how he's to me. He's and I'll say this about Justin Herbert. I mean, not Andy Dalton, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert is playing pretty good. Like he's playing real good. He's
He's playing good, but he's not winning.
he's
That's
not
all.
losing the games though. He only lost
Yes, he
one
is.
game against the Buccaneers. I will give him that. But everything else came down to last minute. Missed field goals. Didn't they lose the game close? This last game close, and they had missed a couple of field goals in this game where they could have been tied up, and they
Yeah.
could have.
No.
Yes. I think the kicker
The extra-
left probably 5 points. He missed two, or he missed one, and he missed a field goal. He's leaving points on the board. Justin Herbert is asked to go against the Saints defense on the last drive. Well, not the last drive, but in the last couple of minutes of a game, and bring his team to prominence and win and get some points so they can potentially win the game. They were down when he threw the touchdown. He threw it, put him in a winning position, and Drew Brees won the game at the end. I don't see.
I mean,
I
teams
don't
get down
see-
in games all the time.
And you mean to tell me when
No.
is Tom Brady out there on the defense losing the game if his team loses after he makes a game-winning drive? No way. No way.
I just think he's that
So you
fake
mean-
when he plays on the
Hey,
field.
I like Tyrod Taylor as much as everybody, but you telling me Tyrod Taylor will score less points at the best time because of time management, and that's better than scoring points? Nah, I think just
I believe if Tyrod Taylor was in there right now, they'd probably have at least two more wins. They probably have 2 or 3 wins. That's what I believe. Because he gives the defense time to rest because it's not a shootout. You got to grind it out. Let your boys rest. You got those big horses out there on defense taking all those snaps. And, they get tired after
I hear you.
all them snaps. And they wear
I hear you,
down.
but it's a team collective, and they all have a job, and they have to do their job. And if the quarterback's job is to complete balls, making pass touchdowns, Herbert did his job, and he did his job, and they supposed to do their job. I think Anthony Lynn, he'll probably be around next year because him and his offensive staff is obviously good for Herbert. The San Diego Chargers organization would be fool to let them go. But if he don't bring the right pieces in, like bring in like an Earl Thomas, and just they're struggling. Like their star players went out. Most star players go out. People normally bring somebody in at the same position, not the same caliber, but they try to make it same caliber type of player. They're not making no moves. Joey Bosa, you give a big contract to, he's not getting no sacks. Like the defense is not playing to what they're supposed to be playing like. I think we calling a spade a spade. I'm not saying Taylor is whack. I think Taylor should have never lost his job. He should sue the team facilitator for doing that. I mean, team doctor for doing that. But the guy that goes in there is playing pretty good. He's throwing balls. The receivers is getting catches. They want to get 100 yards per game because they want to get a paycheck. They want to get extensions. This all goes down to their bottom line. But he's not losing. Like I can say, like being a Raiders fan, I see games where Derek Carr lost the game. Herbert, he just looks like he's not losing the game.
Derek Carr sucks,
What?
and Justin Herbert is the future of the franchise of the Chargers, and he has good
Why?
numbers.
Why did you say
He's
that
just going
about
to get
Derek
better.
Carr though?
I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. I just was feeling a certain
Hey,
kind
but
of
you
way.
got some people agreeing with you in here. Jose is like all guru right now, and him and David. They said all jokes aside, Andy Dalton is the best backup in the league. So lucky. They are so lucky that he's there. And then Jose said David hit it right on the head. I guess Guru, there you go. Andy Dalton, good quarterback. We got it. 10 years in Cincinnati, couldn't do nothing. Jose said Prescott won't be in Dallas next season. Most likely he won't be, but it's all right. His journey could be somewhere else. And then Jose just agreed with you, Guru, and said clock management is a big deal. I think it is a big deal, but if the person is scoring points and do
Thank you.
man, if he's scoring points,
He's right.
his
He agrees
QBR
with
is high.
you. He's
Brandon, pour me some
Yeah,
water. Put
he
somebody some
didn't
water.
have the lead. If he has the lead and he's doing that, then okay, then maybe there is a case there to be made and be like, all right, let's run the ball.
Big cup.
Let's put let's put the game away. But he didn't
He's
have the
losing the
lead.
game.
I think
Yeah.
we all agree that Justin Herbert is a star and he's good. But like I
Jose,
was
you got
saying,
Guru over there
his
blushing.
lane management, Jose, we're
He
seeing the
got
same
Guru
thing.
blushing.
He's seeing it.
Hey, clock management.
Yeah, thank you, Jose. Thank you, bro.
Hey, it's cool. It's cool. I'm just saying the kid's not playing. The kid's
Right
not
on.
playing bad. He's just not playing bad.
No,
He's
he's
good.
good. He's
Clock
really good.
management is a thing, but he's losing the game. Like he's down. If he's in a shootout, that means he's losing because the defense is giving up points. He's just recouping the points that the defense is giving him back. I would argue if you give him the ball on the last drive with enough time, he can win the game. All right, next subject. Who wants to go?
I see you in here, David. Let's go ahead and answer his question. He's asking if the Jets get the number one pick, do they dump Sam Darnold and get
I
Trevor
think you do.
Lawrence? Darnold never got a chance with no O-line and no receivers, but I'm getting fed up. I think we covered this in a couple of our shows. I'll go first
ahead.
if you guys don't mind, but yes, go after. If you can make your team better, you go after the number one guy, regardless of who you have on your team. If that's where you think they need to go, you got to start with a QB. I say yes.
Yeah, most definitely. Go ahead, Guru. I'll let you go.
I agree. I mean, you got to dump Sam Darnold. I said before the draft that he wasn't that good. People hyped him up because he was one of those USC, guys, Like they always hype up those quarterbacks. But listen, it's inevitable. They're going to get rid of him. They're going to have a high draft pick, and they're going to grab a quarterback, either number one or number two. So it's that's what's going to happen, to answer your question.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Sam Darnold, he got to go. Sometimes you get it. You don't. We talked about it a couple episodes ago about fair shakes with quarterbacks and coaches. Adam Gase is not a good coach. That he really didn't coach him up. He's been coaching them down every single year he's been in the league. And Adam Gase most likely is going to get fired, and that's the person that that's the tandem. So they're going to probably the new coach is going to come in. He's going to see Trevor Lawrence and his silky hair throwing 80-yard bombs at the combine. Like, you know what? I want that guy on my team, and he's going to draft him. So,
Lonnie
Gase
Bass.
better
I
not
think
be there.
who
I said Gase
man if
better
Gase
not
is
be
there,
there.
I swear he got somebody in the organization with something in their mouth a picture or something. He got some kind of blackmail picture of somebody.
He shouldn't last the season. To be no, all seriousness, he shouldn't last.
He
the
should
season.
have got fired before Bill, huh?
They are horrible. They are abysmal. I mean, really, he should be fired. I mean, to go 0-10, listen, he should be gone by week 7.
All right, update, Guru. Everybody in the comments said they still hate Dallas. All right.
We love y'all.
Agree.
Hey,
on
so
board.
should he been fired already? Because we got Bill O'Brien and Dan Quinn has been fired before Gates. We were wrong. I was wrong. I think I said Gase first.
I called Gase first as well. I mean, I would have went Bill O'Brien. I would have put all my money on there, but I just didn't think it was going to happen. Like you said, man, with Gase, I thought I thought Bill O'Brien definitely had something on that owner because there's no way that he should have stayed there that long. I mean, even just to trade D Hop, man, like get out of here, you know. But
Right there, Frank.
I do think Gase should be it, you know, like something needs to change. I mean, you just paid all that money for Le'Veon and you let him walk. You know, like yes, nobody was going to trade for him. People are getting very, very smart to be like, I'm not going to bail you out of a bad contract or anything like that. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think definitely something has to change there, but I don't know if
All
it
right.
will.
I forget that that's even a football team sometimes. So
Wait, you said what?
sometimes I even forget the Jets are a football team. And I've been watching football a long time. I'm like, oh yeah, the Jets. That's right. So
They're a hockey team.
Yeah, they are. All right. Tito, you next? You got any football?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was just gonna talk a little bit about what are your guys' thoughts on Le'Veon Bell going to the Chiefs? I mean, I think it's a perfect pickup. I think they were trusting the rookie to do a little bit too much. I mean, yeah, he had that first game. Um, I think it's a perfect fit for him, but I also think, hey, be worried, man, be wary because he's ring chasing, flat out ring chasing. If you look at that contract, what he signed for, I mean, yes, he's still getting paid by the Jets, but what are your guys' thoughts there with Le'Veon signing with the
Le'Veon,
Chiefs?
whack. His team, whack. His new number, whack. His organization, whack. His braids, whack. I think everything about that is whack. Nah. In all seriousness, ring chasing is something that these players are going to do. They get their money. They're going to see they're out. But he unfortunately went to the Kansas City Chiefs, who plays in the AFC West, who has to play the Las Vegas Raiders twice. But I see why he's on the team. Let me give my honest take on it. Le'Veon is good talent. He wasn't used right in New York, but if he's healthy, he can be a good player. But then again, he hasn't really played for like 2 years. He sat out that 1 year. He came back last year, got hurt. He was kind of hurt in this one, so I don't really know what's left in Le'Veon's tank. Hashtag no sugar. But one thing Edwards-Helaire was not doing was catching the ball out the backfield, and that's why they got Le'Veon. Le'Veon used to line up a receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he could be a good threat out the backfield for Kansas City Chiefs, considering that Patrick Mahomes is who he is, how he can extend plays. And now maybe he won't extend plays and have to throw it 80 yards now. Now he can kind of look to out his backfield and give it to Le'Veon. So Andy Reid know what he's doing, man. At this point, I think we have to trust Andy Reid's moves. He brought in Tyrann Mathieu when they said he was washed up. He brought in Sammy Watkins when they said that was a bad trade. He drafted Tyreek Hill when they said he was just a speedster. Who else did he have on the team? Number 17 is a good pick. Travis Kelce. The O-line is stout. Edwards-Helaire was a good pickup for rookie season. I mean, for the draft last year. They got Williams still, but he's kind of banged up. So you got to trust the Chiefs organization know what they're doing. Eric Bieniemy, Andy Reid, and I don't know who the GM is. But I'm not gonna sit here and just say a lot of positive things about the Chiefs, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I had enough by giving Herbert some praise a couple minutes ago. So go ahead, Guru.
okay, I think Raymir has two heads. I think he's talking out of this one, and then he's talking out of this
I'm
way.
a Gemini.
I mean, it is. So is my mother. Okay, I understand now. But listen, Le'Veon Bell's not washed up. He had a year where he was off and didn't play, and as a running back, you know that the body stays fresh. You can consider that a year taken off, and then the very next year he comes in, he gets traded to the Jets. They don't know how to quite use him, and Adam Gates supposed to be this genius. They don't have the type of offensive line they need, and he's supposed to perform miracles. So that didn't work out. Then we go into year two with the same coach, Adam Gase. Sometimes a coach can he can really just take the joy out
Yep.
of your job. just like your boss, right? You got to work for someone. They just take the joy right out of your job. It's not that you can't perform it or do it well. It's just that, you know what, you're pissed off. The environment sucks and you just not feeling it. Your work morale is low. That's the only thing with Le'Veon Bell. To your point, Ramirez, on the good side, yes, he'll be able to use his receiving skills because he was the top receiving
Yeah.
running back in the NFL for quite a few years. So he'll be able to do that. Number two, he'll have a better offensive line, good enough to where he can get his runs in. And trust me, there's no running back in the history of the league better than him at the 1 or 2 yard line. Because Hilaire, even though he's good and scatty, his last 10 attempts, he can't even get in from the 1 or 2 yard line. So that's a problem for them. And as good as he is as a rookie, there's a reason they went and got
Yes.
Le'Veon Bell. I think they know what his mind is and where his heart is, and he loves football. And sometimes people can take that love away from you when you're in the wrong place. A la Randy Moss when he was with the Raiders before he went to the Patriots. So I think this is the same kind of situation, hopefully. And if it is, the league's in trouble as far as
I
that
agree.
division.
I'm not saying nothing. I agree. Like I said, he could be cool, but part of me could say I haven't seen him play in the last year. But if he can be who he is, it's obviously a good pickup. Like that's gonna elevate their team, and it's like I'm just basically over here sour grapes right now because we have to see that later this year. And our defense, it was good when they were one dimensional at the running back position. Now they're like 2 dimensional. He can run and he can catch the ball. So
And he's a goal line threat. He's going to be in there on short yardage.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say he's washed up. I guess. Like look at what's his name? What's my boy's name? Ty Gurley. He's playing lights out. He's not getting no wins though. But he bounced back.
Nah,
That's a running back that they said counted out. And I would argue that Devontae Freeman looked pretty good against the Cowboys before they,
he did.
yeah. I'm
He
like,
did.
whoa,
He
who was
was
this young
cutting and
guy out
bouncing
there?
good.
This spring chicken. Any
He
other
looked
football?
good.
Guru. I know. So Tito, you just said that one, Guru. It's back to you. Anything else you want to talk about?
Uh, my last thing is the Dak Prescott and how his injury affects his contract status. So going into next season, I want to know what you guys' thoughts on Dak's injury and what do you think is going to happen next year because they can franchise tag him or they can let him walk, which is kind of hard to do. But what are your thoughts on that? I'll start with you first, Ray
His
Mary.
injury is horrible. You don't want to wish that on nobody. So I think we can. I think everybody can agree with that. Even if you don't like Dak Prescott, or even if you don't like anybody, you don't want to see injuries. Like when KD went down, even the people who hated KD, like you just don't want to see that in sports. Like we like watching the sports to see them play sports and at the highest level and see people get hurt. That's not cool. But as far as his contract, I think it depends. Like in all honesty, it depends what the Dallas Cowboys do this season. If Andy Dalton plays up and he plays real good, I wouldn't be too upset if they decided to move on from him at that point. Like I don't think any NFL team has any loyalty, and that's why he kind of he was holding out for a little bit. Maybe he should have held out the whole way. But he got what he got 30 million this year. Is that what he got? Yeah, he got
31,
his 31.
31 and a half.
And I can see Dak Prescott because Dak Prescott is not a bad quarterback. I can see Dak Prescott playing for another team next year if Andy Dalton does good. It's the same thing with Herbert and Tyrod Taylor. The same thing with Tom Brady and Drew Bledsoe. Like Drew Bledsoe was a highly coveted quarterback for the New England Patriots. Tom Brady was a hot hand. They had to go with Tom Brady. Drew Bledsoe got let go eventually. He went to another team, got a big contract. He played out over there. All Dak Prescott has to do is, when he gets healthy, show that he's healthy, impress some people. Like I don't think he's gonna be on a big search for a team like a la Cam Newton was. Like people when they do these polls and these GMs, a lot of them put Dak Prescott in their top 10. So I think he'll find a team if he's healthy, and his contract like I said, once again, I'll say one more time, his contract depends on the current quarterback, Andy Red Rocket Dalton, how he plays. If they play good, if he gets those receivers to work, because Amari Cooper's not getting the ball at all. But anyway, if Andy Dalton wins out and the Dallas Cowboys make the playoffs and win a game, you can't be mad if Mike McCarthy wanted to stick with that and build with that. So it depends. It depends what the Red Rocket does. Go ahead, Tito.
Yeah, you said one thing at the very end right now, that I think can guarantee Dalton to be the starter of the Dallas Cowboys, and that is if he can win a playoff game. If he wins one playoff game, I can almost certainly guarantee he will be the starting quarterback next year, for Dallas. I mean, all jokes aside, I still think Dallas is a crap team. I still think that they're not very good. I mean, that division is garbage. So really what it comes down to is it's going to depend on Dalton, on how he performs, because I think you're absolutely right, Ramir. There is no loyalty. I mean, I think we said it last show where I was like, let's just say you're going to lose your job due to injury. That's just what happens going forward. It sucks that it happened for Dak. I think you're right. You don't want to wish ill will on anybody being hurt. I will wish him all the losses, like definitely lose. I don't want to see that team win. But as for Dak's contract, he's going to get paid, but it's not going to be the 40 that he was asking for. He might actually take a little bit less now and look for more guarantee, like somebody can throw out, max years or whatnot. Because yes, it was an ankle, but it was a compound, it was a compound fracture. So it's like, it really comes down to how you heal. I mean, look at what happened to Alex Smith, like he was hurt, his leg busted up. It was a compound fracture as well, but it was after the surgery that all his complications came about. So we just don't know. Like, time will tell of if he heals good, everything like that. But he will find a job somewhere. I mean, I see him on multiple teams. The Niners can use him.
Giants.
I mean, hate to say it, but yeah, Giants, Jets. I mean, Washington can use them. There's definitely teams out there that definitely will throw money at him. Yeah, the Falcons. Oh, they should, man. I mean, come on. I don't know what's happening there.
Interception
but
that's a bitch. He killed my line. He's the only sports team I lost.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it all depends on what Dalton does. If he can put a stretch of possibly you guys finish the season 8-8, and win a playoff game, I wholeheartedly agree. But if Jerry Jones wants to show that he's human, it's also a win-win situation where it's like, all right, I'm gonna put my money, I'm gonna put my chips in the Dak Prescott. He's going to come back stronger. He's going to be my guy. I'm going to go ahead and do it. This is a perfect opportunity for him to do something like that. But once again, there is no loyalty. He got hurt. It's McCarthy if it's his squad. So it really comes down to how Dalton plays these next couple of games and if he can win a playoff game.
Yeah,
certainly something to
I think it's like, I think that it's a possibility Dak just re-signs with the Cowboys just to do it, just to make sure he get his.
I hope.
I think so. If he's like 100% healthy by the end of the next start of the next year, and he wants to come back as a starter, and they don't want to make him start, then I can see them parting ways. But if he has any hiccups or if he wanted to take that extra time to get up, he might just sign back with the Dallas Cowboys. He's not a big hater of the Cowboys. He likes the team. He said he liked the organization. He wears the big cowboy hats in his pictures. And so, who knows? But his career's not over. If he can heal right, he'll be fine. And they just, figure out what the Cowboys do. I don't think the Cowboys as an organization is stable enough to keep winning games. I don't care who the quarterback is. Andy Dalton is cool, but He plays for the Cowboys. It's the same old, same old. Mike McCarthy is still a head coach. Is he gonna? I bet this time, Mike McCarthy's gonna run the ball on a 3rd and 1, besides trying to do a play action pass, and then lose yards. And then
He's gonna make you eat your words this week.
who?
I'm glad
Dalton?
we're having this show.
Dalton? McCart? Who?
Yes, Dalton.
Let's get into the.
You remember
They-
you said
they
Who they play?
They might.
I'm glad.
I mean, they're playing Arizona. I mean, Arizona's hot and they're Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde team. for me
Kyler
right
Murray
now,
is
so.
trash, man. Let's just say it. Everybody got high on Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray can't even.
He's gonna be a good one.
Hey,
He's gonna be a good one. He reminds me of Joe
spoiler
Theismann.
alert! I'm gonna pick him.
The MLB, the A's karma got him. The
Yep,
A's karma got him.
People
Can't
are
say
always
no
like,
to
"Why
the
you don't like
A's, man.
Andy? Why you don't like Kyler Murray?" Because he let us waste our 1st-round pick, Oakland Athletics, on him by coming to our meetings and saying in our face he wants to play baseball. So we took that and we draft him. And then he's like, you know what? No, my coach is coming out. He has a job. He might draft you number 1. Let me go do that. I don't blame him. You got to go through the farm system, whatever. But still, the A's got him.
I ain't gonna.
But anyway,
I'm even gonna make
spoiler
more
alert,
money.
I'm still picking them to beat the Cowboys this Sunday, though. Hey, but I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that's going on? COVID, we talked about that.
No, just besides the COVID, that
Yeah.
we need to do our picks.
All right, go ahead, Tito.
So,
Yeah,
Oh, let me look
definitely.
at the picks
All
from
right,
last week.
let's get into it.
Before we crack this open.
yes,
Nah, I don't want to look at
I don't
them.
have the official numbers right now, but I have the picks. If I can kind of find it.
Guru definitely. I would say Rainier, you're definitely top dog right now, man. Like I think you've put solid 3
Yeah.
weeks in a row.
Oh man, somebody's camera messed up, and we can't. We just went black.
Oh
again.
no. Oh my bad.
Hold on, where did we go? Where did we go? Okay, we're back now. Well, not Tito yet, but hold on. Let me fix him. I'm like, oh, what happened? We just went black. No, I had an okay week. I think we all did pretty good. I had the Niners in the game, so they kind of brought me down. And then let's just do a quick little recap. I'm gonna just go through. I'm not gonna have the stats on, but I'm gonna go through it real fast. And let's see. Guru got the Panthers. I got the Raiders. We all picked Arizona. I think we had a lot of the same picks actually. We all picked Pittsburgh. Juan picked the Washington football team to beat the Rams. That was dumb. We picked Baltimore. We picked Houston. I picked the Niners. But I picked the Cleveland Browns against. Hey, I said Phillip Rivers is gonna end up Phillip Rivers. They talking about trading them right now. We picked Dallas. We picked Seattle. Denver didn't play their game, and the Chargers lost. So we all had I think we all tied actually.
Let's
Oh,
go.
wow.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
All right, I'm gonna follow your guys' picks. Nah, let's do this. Let's go.
We can just switch it up to say who you want to go first, but go ahead.
All right, let's go. So we have, for the first game that I have here, is Houston versus Tennessee. Tennessee is favored by 3.5. Guru.
I'm taking Tennessee.
Rainier.
I'm taking Tennessee. Now you know what?
Man,
I'm gonna go.
part
I'm
of me
gonna,
wants to go-
I'm gonna go with Romeo Crennel on here. Forget it.
Up, man. You stole my thunder, man. You stole my thunder. Did you see his dance moves? I can't root against somebody that moves like that, man. So, if you guys haven't seen it, YouTube it.
I will.
Romeo Crennel, dancing after that win. I'm gonna say Houston, man. Hopefully they can put a string of wins together and right this ship. But I'm gonna say Houston has it. The next game we have is Cincinnati versus the the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are favored by 7.5. I'm gonna go Colts here. I know they keep burning me, but I'm gonna say Colts.
I'm
Ramir,
got Colts.
Colts.
Guru. All right. The next one, we have Atlanta versus Minnesota. Minnesota is favored by 4. Guru,
Minnesota and who?
Atlanta.
Is
Minnesota.
Delvin Cook playing?
No. Atlanta. Atlanta will get a victory.
Is Cook playing?
He's not.
No.
He's ruled
Okay.
out.
So for the 6th week in a row, all right, the 5th, I'm gonna go with the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna say Minnesota. I'm going Minnesota in here.
I can understand why you're picking Atlanta though, because they just look like they should win.
They,
But go ahead.
they do. They do. I mean, they get a healthy Julio Jones back, and that kind of wanted me to sway one way, but I think even with Cook out for Minnesota, I mean, they showed up against Seahawks, man. I mean, I know that it was a televised game. I know that, it was prime time, but you show up against a team like that. I mean, they definitely mismanaged it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going Minnesota here. I think they can build off of that. Next game is Denver versus New England. I hope it happens. There's a good chance it probably isn't. But you have New England favored by 9. I'm gonna say New England.
New England.
Yeah, I say New England, but that game's not getting played. Somebody just tested positive today. They're gonna cancel it again.
Yeah. The next game, it's gonna be a shocker, but this is a must see. Everybody should stream however you can. Washington versus the New York Giants. Giants are favored by 3. Guru,
Giants. Easily.
Oh, I'm going Washington. If
No Dwayne Haskins, no
is
victory.
Kyle Allen playing?
he is. He's the starter. I'm going Washington as well. Shocker, but I'm gonna keep doing it. We're gonna lose every
Giants
game.
play. You watched the whole game with them playing the Dallas Cowboys. They're not playing good football right now. Come on, Guru.
Okay, guys, we're gonna revisit this next week. Okay.
Just wait. Washington's about to get, Washington's about to get 6 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and I'll even go out on a limb and say they're gonna score on the defensive side. But
they better win. They better win.
this coming from a Dallas fan. Get out of here, man.
First
The next game is going to be Baltimore versus Philadelphia. You have Baltimore, a huge favorite, 9.5 points. I call Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Carson Wentz needs to be benched.
I agree.
Ooh, this game's actually a must-see game, guys. I really do think, unfortunately, but I do think it's a must-see game. You got Cleveland, the Steamers
versus Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh's favored by 3.5. I got Pittsburgh here.
Steelers, baby.
Once again, I don't see why what formula do y'all want to see from the Cleveland Browns? Like, I don't get it. They had their receivers go for 100 yards. They have their running backs go for 100 yards.
This isn't.
It wasn't because of Baker.
Mason Rudolph is quarterback, man.
Oh, I was wrong with Ben Roethlisberger too. He came back stepping in the same way he always played.
Me too.
So, kudos to you, Big Ben. But nah, I was gonna make a crude joke, but I'm not making that one in 2020. I think they're going down, man. I think the Cleveland They kind of found their steam. Like we all sat here and said Baker Mayfield shouldn't throw the ball more than 35 times a game. If they do that, they're gonna lose. They have a good offensive line, some of the best running backs in football. They do that. They run the ball. They run the ball pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They run the ball pretty good. They run play action. They get the ball out to the receivers when they need to, and the receivers when they touch the ball, when Baker Mayfield throws the ball to him, he makes crazier passes than Derek Carr. Like sometimes I don't even know how these things get completed. Like he really has like some of the best receivers when it comes to hand-eye coordination. Like he has that. Like I think back to back, Landry and Odell Beckham won that skills competition where they do like the coordination drills. So he has that on. Sometimes he's not accurate, but sometimes he is accurate, and they know they have something that's going on. So I'm obviously going with the Cleveland Steamers on this one. So my wife was like, "Why do you keep saying Cleveland Steamers?" So I had to explain to her what it was. That was like the funniest day ever.
Nice. You got to watch out for Pittsburgh, though, man.
Who did they play?
Their linebackers. I know that Cleveland likes to run. Man, but their linebackers are pretty stout, man. I mean, they can play you. I think it's a good matchup.
Who did they play last week?
Game for me, man. Philly.
Who did they play the week before that? Houston.
I don't know.
Who did they play before that?
Cincinnati. It don't matter who they play. They're playing. They're playing football, man.
All their games come against teams without winning records. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but their team wins combined. The opponents' combined wins are less than 3. They're playing trash teams. Next game.
Including
Cleveland is the first team with a winning record that they're going to play.
Next game.
Cleveland is the first one. They haven't played Baltimore. Why are you doing that to the Cleveland? Nah, go ahead.
Disclaimer.
The doo-doo Browns, dude. So we have Chicago versus Carolina. Carolina's favored by 1.5. I'm going with Guru's second favorite team here, Carolina.
North Carolina. Yeah, I'm going with Carolina. Where Guru was right. He said, "Hey, I guess we talked about it last week, and I agree with Guru and disagreed with Tito that Teddy Bridgewater is putting these guys in games to win. I don't care about the receivers had 1,000 yards last year. He's putting them in position to win." You said that. You was like, give him some respect.
That's not what I said. I said it's not all Teddy Bridgewater. I gave Guru his credit. I'm just saying that I'm high on that receiver.
He's a receiver.
DJ Moore.
He's a receiver though.
He's a stud.
He's a receiver. He's not Christian
and
McCaffrey.
Where it's like he's
not C-Mac or Run CMC.
It's not all Teddy.
He's a quarterback. I don't understand. A receiver is cool, but a quarterback puts him in a position to win. Like CMC,
look at what Davis is doing. Look at what the running back is doing. Look at what the running back's doing.
You're right. You're exactly right.
I don't know.
It's not. I'm just saying it's
not all nobody on the team, but Teddy Bridgewater is putting them in a position to win. That's all I'm saying. Like when he's under quarterback after his first game and his first loss against the Las Vegas greatest team Raiders, he's been looking okay. He hasn't been looking like the worst quarterback. When he's under there, you kind of think that they can win the game. Like, oh yeah, he might formulate a drive, and they didn't have that with Kyle Allen last year. I think that's a valid statement. I'm not saying no disrespect to the receivers. They don't even have Christian McCaffrey yet, and now I'm kind of like, dang, when he come back, it might be even different. Like he's another of those, like the running back that's playing now, he's playing hard though. Like he's hitting defenders hard. And now we all know CMC, he didn't need to get like 150 touches a year anyway. Now he's going to have that good complementary piece to his running game. Guru, did you pick them to win that conference? Did you pick them?
I picked the Carolina
Oh,
Panthers.
that might be a
He
sneak
did,
peek,
yeah.
Guru.
Guru, yeah. Guru's been on the Panthers, man. I'm just saying it's just not on Teddy,
Who
but
is it
I'm
then?
giving you guys
Who is
your
it?
clout.
Who is
It's the
it?
team. It's the team. It's the
It's
team.
the team.
Well,
They're
if you
not,
had to single someone out, Tito, who would it be?
I, all right, yeah, I'll give you Teddy, but the close second is Davis. I really like what Davis is doing. You got to see how he's running, man. Like there are some where it's like, dude, he's keeping the drives alive with running, man. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I think it's a perfect fill-in. The next game we have Detroit versus Jacksonville. Detroit is favored by 3. Man, both of these teams. I'm gonna say Detroit.
I'm gonna say Detroit just because I want to take Jacksonville, but I can't because they turned back into to the old Jacksonville before. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm going with
Detroit.
Detroit. I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville got a W though. I don't know why. I feel like they might win. I guess because they're going against Detroit, but I got Detroit.
All right, the afternoon games. Man, we only have 2 afternoon games. You have the Jets versus Miami. And Miami is favored by 9.5. Miami.
Miami. Joe Flacco looks wacko. I mean, he looks wacko. So yeah, Miami.
Miami. I got
Who you
Miami,
got?
man.
There
There's no
you
way
go.
I'm going to.
Welcome to Miami.
Miami.
Getting jiggy with it. And then the next evening game should be a good one. You got Green Bay versus Tampa Bay. Green Bay is favored by 1. I got Green Bay here.
This is gonna seem crazy, but this is gonna be Green Bay's first loss. I'm gonna take Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm. Let me write that down. I got.
The Guru
Wait,
said it.
Guru is rooting for Tom Brady?
No, I'm not really. I just feel like they're gonna lose this one. Put it in capital letters, Guru. Thanks.
I'll agree with you, Guru. I got Tampa Bay.
All right.
Tito.
There you go. I mean, hey, I'm going Green Bay. They're coming off of a bye. I mean, you have time to prepare. So I'm just if they blow this one, then that's on them. But they're coming off of a bye. Then you have the evening game. Get one of these teams off of my TV screen, but you have the Rams versus San Francisco. I'm going Rams here.
Rams. Aaron Donald's going to eat somebody for lunch.
Then we have, although, hey, did you see Alex Smith's legs? Aaron Donald tried to kill him in that first one.
Jumped on his back.
Yeah, he jumped on his back, and sure enough, he held up. I was like, all right, cool.
Hey, yeah, Aaron Donald's a beast, though. He's out there. To me, he's one of the.
Yeah, he tried to kill him.
It's not fair. He can just move offensive tackles and like it's nothing. And these are NFL. These supposed to be his peers. He just pushed them off.
He's out there looking like Derrick Henry versus Josh Norman, dude.
Ooh, that was crazy.
Then we have 2 Monday night games. Yeah, we have 2 Monday night games. If they happen, I'm sure they will. You got KC versus Buffalo. KC is favored by 5. This is gonna be a little bit of a shocker, but I'm actually going Buffalo here.
KC. Mahomes ain't gonna let that happen. You're not gonna embarrass. They had an aberration. That's not gonna happen again. And I'll tell you this: their defense. Come on. I mean, to be fair, just to prove a point real quick, when they played the Raiders, my God, they played horrible and still put up like 30-some points. So I look for them to put it on Buffalo. So KC.
I gotta go with Buffalo on this one.
Can you tell us why? Tell us why, Raymir, please.
Josh Allen is a capable quarterback. They got torched by Derek Carr last week. Josh Allen has good weapons that's playing together. Singletary running back has been running good. That's it. I don't know about KC. They said,
And they can help you out,
yeah,
right?
that can, I don't know what you're talking about, Guru. Nah, go ahead.
Yeah. The the Raiders have a bye, right? So you're gonna enjoy football for
For
once,
once, man, I'm having a panic attack every Sunday. I hate
right?
it.
Then you have the last game that's on the docket is Arizona versus Dallas. Um, Arizona is favored by 1.5. Uh, Although they're schizophrenic, I'm gonna say Arizona.
Come on, Raymir, ride with me, ride with me.
Okay, Guru.
For
Go
weigh the
ahead.
pros and cons. Ride with me,
All right,
ride with me.
I'm gonna talk right now. Dallas Cowboys receiving core. They're pretty good. They might have the best receiving core in the NFL right now. Gallup is playing out of his mind. CD Lamb is playing pretty good for a rookie. Amari Cooper, when he wants to not get hit across the middle, he will catch the ball and he can go yard.
True.
But dang, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Dallas. I'm not
Yeah,
about
you're
to,
not gonna regret it.
I'm still sticking with the whole Kyler Murray hate. And I'm just not a believer in his offense. Like he plays. To me, he's not playing NFL football right now. Like I think,
The way that offense
yeah,
looks.
he's not.
I feel he's run first. I feel he's run first, and you can't do that.
I don't even think he's run first. I think he plays whatever he sees out there, and he just plays like off the whim. Like even when he throws his balls, and he throws like touchdowns, it don't look like he meant to throw those touchdowns. It's like it just happened.
It's like a spread running shoot. It's like a modern running shoot offense where okay, the guy's spread. You take the linebackers back with you. If it's not there, he takes off running. If they kind of bite up, then he uses his arms to kind of get him in between. But yes, he does run a lot, and I think the offense is kind of
No,
gimmicky,
it is big
because
gimmick.
you know
That's the problem. Like I don't even know how the
Yeah.
Clean. I don't know how you say his name, Cliff, right?
Cliff
Yeah, I don't even
Kingsbury.
Yeah.
Yep.
understand how he's like running this offense with confidence. Like it's like you. I don't think he's doing no teaching and he's not doing no building up. Like and the NFL has shown like that those type of systems at this level it doesn't work for the long time. Like it's and I don't know what type of development he's doing for like Kyler Murray. Like Kyler Murray shouldn't even won Rookie of the Year last year. Should have went to Josh Jacobs running back for the Las Vegas Raiders. But we'll need to revisit that. But what kind of leaps are we seeing from Kyler Murray? I haven't seen any. Like he's playing like the same backyard scat ball that he's been playing all season, and I'm not confident in picking him against anybody that's subpar or average team. Like unless he's like playing against like a trash team, then maybe. But the Cowboys are capable of winning games, so I'm gonna go with the Cowboys on this one because Kyler Murray and that offense hasn't really shown me nothing. He's throwing the ball to D Hop 15 times, but it's like, are you? He's forcing the ball at this.
Yeah.
Not saying he's forcing the ball, but a lot of them is
Um,
forced. Go ahead, Tito.
I'm gonna let you before you say your pick and shock the world. I'm gonna let you change my mind, Ramir. I'll go with Dallas. I'll go
Yeah.
with Dallas because I've
I'm
been
gonna.
having bad weeks. So I figured if I go for them, they're gonna lose. So
Okay. I'm gonna shock everybody. I'm gonna just let everybody know right now. I mean, I never go this way, but I'm gonna say the Dallas Cowboys. I feel like we have the talent, and they're missing Chandler Jones, who's like
He's out for the season,
he's
right?
like prob- yeah, that's 25% of their
Yep.
defense right there. So that alone should allow us to be able to run the ball. But linebackers are you can always plug in linebackers. You can find a good linebacker a lot of good times, and uh, but that should help. That should help us against them. And then when they want to pull up with the linebackers, We should be able to spread them out. Andy Dalton is not Dak Prescott. He's not on the level he is, but he is a good passer of the football. And, hopefully that'll lead to some victories for us.
Yeah, Arizona's not a good team. They were sucking Arizona the first 2 weeks so hard too, and I was never on board.
Yeah.
And I just didn't see it. Like I didn't see nothing special. I seen it was the first couple of weeks. People didn't know. Film didn't get out. People don't really know. Guru, where are you at? You at home?
Yeah.
He partying in Vegas.
He's got in.
No, I'm in
He's gonna
Vegas.
go see the.
I'm in
He's
Vegas.
gonna go party with
You
the
got to go to
Raiders,
the.
dude.
You got to go to the Loma fight.
Well, I'm not gonna go to the fight, but I'm just gonna put in a couple
Hey,
bets and
Guru,
stuff
go to the Death Star
up
and take
there.
a
I'm gonna
picture
put.
for me. I need to see that stadium.
Oh, I had to drive
You
by.
take a picture.
I gave it the finger, but no, I'll take a picture of it. I did. I was like, but I'm gonna take a picture of it because I had a good close up look. It looks like it's beautiful. The outside of it, it's got that
It's
shiny
really nice.
black and then Reliant.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's just right there off the freeway. But it's a nice stadium, man. I can't wait to get inside there one day. Beautiful, beautiful stadium.
He straight said,
Oh.
"Yeah, I had to drive by there. I gave it the finger. That might be one of the most coolest, disrespectful comments we ever had on this show. But that was so smooth how you deliver it, Guru. Let's see if we got any comments. David Voss said he want to join the show one day. Yeah, David. Hey, we have guests on all the time,
Please.
and David is a fiery guy, man. He's a New York guy. He's a New York
Please.
guy. It'd be cool. We'll probably try to get on do an early show so you won't be like too late. I know it's 1:00 out there, so we really appreciate you watching this wee hours in the morning. But we'll get you on, man. Maybe sometime next week or the next couple weeks. Maybe after a Jets win this season. I guess you won't be on at all. Nah,
If you're anything like Mike Francesca, man, come on board, man.
yeah.
Or Mike Lupica. Please come on board. We need that fiery Upper East Coast perspective, because I, being from Virginia, has the East and the South. You have New York, and these fellas have our West, and then we cover it all together. So, yeah, man, look forward to having you on here. I
It's a
can't wait.
firestorm. Trust me, that guy's a hoop. But yeah, David, we'll get you on. We'll just ping me after this. We'll kind of lock it in. But anything else, fellas, before we get out of here?
No, it was
you hit on a boxing fight. So Lomachenko is fighting Lopez. Should be a good fight. Should be a really, really good fight. I mean, I got Loma. I just think he's just a boxer, but Lopez has a fighter's chance. Me and Guru were kind of talking about this. I think Lopez, if he channels his GRT mantra of going for broke, he can definitely catch him. But that's gonna be a good fight. Definitely free on ESPN. Definitely jump on that. And then UFC, man. UFC has a banger. You have Brian T City or Ortega, LA boy, SoCal boy, who I'm rooting for, against Korean Zombie. You can't knock him. It's gonna be a banger, man. I mean, here it's gonna be funny, man, because Zombie is actually my wife's favorite fighter. So, there's definitely gonna be some in-house wagers going on. So some real cool fights this week. If you guys got nothing to do, definitely tune in, and catch some good fights.
Cool, man. Hey, man, real cool cats and kittens. Guru, anything else from you, Guru?
No, just look forward to those fights that Tito mentioned this weekend. Again, they're free on ESPN. Enjoy it. It'll be a good weekend. It's quarantine still. Get your food supply set up, and Make it a good sporting event night for you.
Yeah.
That's what I say. And then, boom, get ready for Sunday. An exciting week
I
of
love
football.
football. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna go out and limb as much as it gives me a heart attack to watch. But Sundays feel, besides church, but Sundays feels pretty good, man. Like I kind of feel like I really get to relax. Like I kind of got all my projects done. I'm shooting tomorrow, but that's it's a live stream. It's a live stream concert. I'm just sitting back there running. Everybody's gonna be in their cars. It's gonna be a band on stage. Pretty cool setup. I don't have
Can't
to
wait to
do
see
no
it.
editing, so I'm glad that'll be something that's quick and easy. But when Sunday comes around, and I get up at 10 o'clock in the morning, and these games are just popping off, and I'm talking to you, I'm talking to Tito, I'm actually always talking to David all Sunday, and just the sports going on, to just see what's going on in these games. I think it's cool, man. It's always people always talk about the country. It's always a better country when when football season is on for some reason, because everybody loves football, man, and
Yeah.
football is pretty cool. Hopefully the Raiders can keep it, get their rest this week. But enough about Sundays. About you guys. Thanks for watching, Jose, David. I don't know who the other watchers are. We have a few people in here. Um, yeah, but hopefully you guys can come on one day. David will get you on. We keep it bringing the talks. I know we didn't have the border today, but I got home late and we didn't have our pre-production meeting like we normally have. So we'll come back and get that next week. But yeah, once again, thanks for watching us. Everybody was great. Guru, shout out to you. Tito, shout out to you. I love y'all. Y'all, my buddies. I love doing this. It's always a pleasure.
All right. Right on. That's right.
Peace out, everybody.